This brief overview of e2e Assure. I'm Rob Demain, I'm the CEO and founder. I'm going to talk about why I set up the company and what problems we solve. So I founded the company back in 2013 to form specifically a managed service business doing SOC as a service. The reason why I did that was that I spent many prior years building security operations of many forms, starting in the late 90s, connecting schools to the internet securely, and then moving on to work for internet startups, where we're building internet gateways, connecting banks, clearinghouses and so forth to the internet securely. And then I sort of migrated onto that, into building security operations at scale for major corporations and service providers. So during that experience, what we found was that organizations would spend quite a lot of money on SOC, but they'd focus most of that on the technology. So sort of 75% of the budget for a SOC was the technology, and they'd buy all these different pieces of technology and they'd kind of try and get it to work together. And what people didn't focus on was the actual operational processes and workflows that a SOC need. So they weren't very analyst focused, they were very much product focused SOCs. So what we realized was the SOCs weren't very effective because the people couldn't use the technology effectively. And there was too much technology in some cases and not enough people. So we like to think more about what we describe as an effective security operation needs the right people, processes, supported by the right technology. And that's how we're coming at this. So we've developed our own technology, but it's there to support the analysts and our business processes in delivering SOC as a service. We're not buying lots of different bits of technology and smashing them together. We're very much starting with the analyst and focusing on that. And that's the key differentiator. So as we've grown over the last 7 or 8 years, we have our own SOC as a service, which is a sort of outsourced service where we create a virtual SOC per customer and they share the service with us in some way, but we're providing the analysts and the technology, which is our typical delivery model. Then we have a SOC platform as a service, which is our SOC technology platform for customers who have their own people. We have 2 main market sectors. One is the enterprise, where the majority of our customers sit today. The large, big scale SOC is what makes sense to us. We're good at the complicated customer environments with on-prem, cloud, data centers, complicated legacy infrastructure and things like that. But we've also developed a mid-market offer, which is nice and simple and cloud-based. It's always a managed service from us. So you're taking a service from us, not buying a license or something like that. So think of it more software as a service or platform as a service and people. So our mid-market proposition, we call it ESOC, and it focuses on delivering detect and respond. So it's SOC plus MDR, because we think that what's really important for the mid-market sector is to detect and respond. So we focus a lot on integrating our service with EDR solutions. In this case, purely on Microsoft technology with Windows Defender for endpoints and a few extras that enable us to do that. So then there's 3 delivery models for our services. One is dedicated, which is our typical delivery model where the customer gets a virtual SOC service tailored for them. So they get their own portal, they get their own workflows, playbooks, and they get to interact with it in real time. And there's a community model or a partner model where a partner may wish to add our SOC service to their offerings. And then a shared platform, which is the most cost effective, where people just want a detect and respond. They don't really want a portal, they just want somebody there to do things. And how we operate this is different service levels, baseline, enhanced and premium. Premium is the most expensive because it's got the most features, but it's also got the quickest response time. So we like to automate response at premium for major things within minutes and interact with customers in those time frames, whereas enhanced it might be 1 to 4 hours. So basically, when a customer buys our service, we'll work out and have a big understanding of the risks and threats, where the important assets are, and then align whether the service is premium for this part of the network, enhanced for here, or baseline for this part of the cloud. So by mix and matching service levels, we can bring the price point down and the coverage up. ESOC is our traditional space that works across all sorts of cloud, on-prem and data center environments. Think of it as the big single pane of glass SOC that integrates with existing technologies, whether it's firewalls, EDR solutions, cloud services, Microsoft Azure, Sentinel, other SIEMs, we were a big integrated SOC at that enterprise level. So if you've got an existing investment in something, some other system that's collecting logs, we'll leverage that, and we'll also complement it with our own mix and match it to create this enterprise SOC platform, single pane of glass. As I mentioned before, different delivery models, different service levels, and you can have it as a platform only. In terms of pricing, the mid-market SOC, obviously, if you get a shared service and you're just interested in the most cost-effective version, it's a shared MSOC model where you don't get a dedicated platform. You're just getting email alerts and phone calls if there's problems. And then the other two models are virtual SOC environments with portals and customization, etc., for those clients, either delivered directly to the customer via a dedicated platform, or via a community, a collection of customers together, or by a partner model. We have add-ons for all these. So in our language, MFA is multifunction appliance, which is a hardware or virtual box that goes into an environment to provide intrusion detection, network traffic analysis, threat detection, and contextualization. Really important box, but it can also collect logs locally and run local orchestration and things like that. Then we have specific plugins for the major cloud platforms: AWS, GuardDuty Security Hub, Office 365 Suite, Microsoft security features in cloud and things like that. And also SaaS application bolt-ons for your Workdays, your Salesforces, ServiceNows, and then various other additions regarding log retention requirements. We can have very flexible log retention from 3 months to 7 years for whatever reason, and various different options for deploying compliance monitoring. If it's sort of GDPR or PCI that's really interesting you, we can set it up in a particular way that really helps with the reporting analysis of those assets. And a few of the bits and bobs we do is analyst as a service for our larger clients who have platforms, who want some more analyst time, and onboarding as a service, which is a service to help people get up and running. Generally, we do it all for the clients as part of our wrap. So when we're talking to clients, we're expecting to do everything for them as part of that managed service. But if customers have their own SOCs, we can augment them too. That's a really quick, brief run through of our services. Just going to finish off with a few more recent ones as up and coming services. So the first one, CloudSOC, is our partnership with UK Cloud for the public sector, where we place our SOC, our enterprise SOC, in UK Cloud, and that then connects through to all sorts of government networks and leverages that infrastructure, their security credentials, and their public sector focus. We've also got a specific offer for Oracle Cloud now that leverages a lot of the Oracle Cloud instances and log analytics engines. So this is in addition to the ones we've got for Microsoft Cloud and AWS, but these are sort of, this one's specific to Oracle. And then as we develop over time, we're going to bring in more dedicated services for AWS SOC, where we're really leveraging the features of AWS, the security features, and adding a service to it using APIs rather than trying to reproduce the security features that AWS are pushing out. And again, Google Cloud next is the next thing in the roadmap. So that's a really quick intro. I hope you enjoyed that and got an overview of what we're up to. Please watch the rest of the videos and don't hesitate to get in touch.